Good evening. Welcome. This is Hollywood to Houston. I am your host, Sandra Del Cid. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I hope that you were able to spend time with your loved ones and have the spirit of giving and the spirit of Christ this Christmas. I am excited to speak about this movie that's out in the theaters right now. I hope it's still out when the show airs. And it's Aquaman. It is such a wonderful movie. I give it 10 stars. If you see my outfit, this is the closest I could find to an aqua girl. And I totally enjoy the movie. It's so full of action, romance, and a lot of special effects. Amazing job. It's like an undersea galaxy in that movie. I really enjoy the role that Nicole Kidman plays. She's 51 years old and she looks 25. She looks amazing and she was perfect for this role. She looks like the queen of the ocean. I really enjoyed your role. Congratulations, Nicole Kidman. She looks amazing. I don't want to spoil it too much for you, but it's worth watching it. It's worth every penny. It's a love story. It's about a love between two people that can't be together because they belong to separate worlds. So it's a forbidden love. And I love happy endings. At the end, love wins. And I don't want to spoil it to you. Obviously, they have the baby, and it's Aquaman. It's full of action. You're going to enjoy it. James Wan was the director. Congratulations. I really, really love this movie.
My father was a lighthouse keeper. My mother was a queen. But life is a way of bringing people together.
We could unite our worlds one day.
Check it out. Arthur is talking to the fish.
They made me what I am. Permission to come aboard.
I've been looking for you. Your half-brother, King Orm, is about to declare war upon the surface world. The only way to stop this war is for you to take your rightful place as king.
Trust me, I am no king.
You do your best thinking when you're not thinking at all.
That was the worst pep talk ever.
Might want to strap in. Welcome home.
My brother has come from the surface to challenge me for the throne.
I call it an ass whooping. I'm no leader. I came because I have no choice. I came to save my home and the people that I love.
You think you're unworthy to lead because you're of two different worlds. That is exactly why you are worthy.
That was awesome.
The war is coming to the surface, and I'm bringing the wrath of the seven seas with me.
We're here.
What are you doing?
She never have a parachute.
Redheads! You gotta love them.
Good morning. Welcome. This is Hollywood to Houston. I am your guest, Sandra Del Cid. So excited to have you back. Today we have a local actor from Houston, Texas. So we didn't have to go too far. Clay Poole. I met him 2 years ago. Very, very talented. Clay, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, anytime, anytime. I was looking at your reel. You have a lot of talent.
Thank you.
Yeah, I enjoy those reels that are full of the craft, you know, that you can tell that you know how to change from rows to rows. So anyway, tell us, how long have you been acting?
Well, I got into acting not actually by choice. I kind of stumbled into it because back in the summer of 2014, I was going down the highway and I seen a billboard that said Actors, Models, and Talent for Christ, AMTC. And I always had an interest in doing commercial print, you know, so basically modeling for, you know, a department store or some type of sports store. And so I went to the audition, and they asked me at the audition if I would like to read for a commercial. So I read a script for a commercial, and then they asked me to read another one, and then they said, have you ever considered acting? And I said, no, actually, I'm just here for, you know, because I'm interested in commercial print. And they said, well, you actually have a really good look, and you present well. And they said, well, you know, we'd like to consider you for it. And so I said, well, I never thought about it. So the way MTC worked is they take all these auditions, and then that night they pray as a team as to who they feel has a God-given talent to be in the entertainment industry, whether it be for acting, modeling, dance, or singing. So of course mine was not dance or singing. And so the next day they called me and wanted me to be a part of the program, you know, and so I went for it. Because I've learned in life that the biggest thing that hinders us from success is fear. You know, we can be our biggest failures because of our own self. You know, we talk ourselves out of things, and fear, you know, we don't want to tackle fear. So I've learned to just go for it.
Jump in.
Jump in. So I went through AMTC's program, and after it was about a year program, and then summer of 2015 is when I finished that program, and you know, kind of been doing, you know, feature films, short films, TV pilots, commercials. I've had quite a bit of opportunities come across my path. So
yes, I've seen you do tons of commercials. I've been watching you on your page on Facebook. So you were blessed by God. People prayed for you, and you were chosen. That is a really neat story. I love it. It's unusual because my career path prior to this has not been in this field at all. I was, you know, for 15 years I was a machinist by trade, and then my career kind of took the path into facilities supervising, and then into facilities management, and also into real estate. So I'm still currently a licensed realtor for Texas. I still practice real estate, but and I'm also still a facilities manager for a local corporation here. And the acting is, you know, is any time I have a spare moment, that's what I'm doing because I love it. Something about actors, I think I just love being in front of the camera. Yes, it's an addiction. I keep saying that.
It is.
It's a good addiction.
We love attention.
Hey, I don't do alcohol, so I gotta have some addiction, okay?
Right. Same here.
I was a realtor in the 90s, so that can be fun too.
Yeah, real estate is a challenging field. I mean, any field that you're in can be challenging. It's just whether you're up for the challenge. But yeah, it's very competitive. You know, just like, you know, acting's competitive. You do a lot of auditioning and you get a lot of no's. But it's a numbers game. So the more you audition, the more likely you're eventually going to get a yes. So, and you know, practice makes perfect, as the saying goes.
Yes, that is so true. Words of wisdom. Practice makes perfect.
Right.
So let's go watch your reel. I'm so happy you brought your reel so that your audience can, you know, have a taste of your talent. So we're gonna go watch Clay's reel, and we'll be right back.
We have properties that we represent in San Antonio, El Paso, Houston, Corpus Christi, but the business has really been increasing. And with the business increasing, I'm having to be away from home a lot more.
Costs more to operate.
Right.
Like you said, everything's negotiable.
Yep.
Right?
That's right.
So I'm learning from the pro.
Glad you remember that.
Here's what I think happened. I think one of you pushed him off the dock on purpose.
No, sir.
So you're not lying?
No, it was just a freak accident. Why would we lie about this?
Well, It'd probably be because you're scared shitless and you don't want to admit that you almost killed my son because you lost your temper.
Yes, several of them did plead out to a lesser charge of manslaughter, but the reputation of these officers is on the line, along with the truth. Mr. Casey just spent some time establishing who Miss West is now. I'm simply letting the jury know her past. Her credibility is significant.
We must place our faith above reason, and we know that an attitude of skepticism leads to nothingness.
That may be true, but what if you happen to place your faith in something else?
We place our faith in the truth. Read this carefully, and you'll see that it's true.
You see what happened here?
This guy in a suit.
He shot him. He shot him dead.
He was robbing our car.
The guy in the suit?
He shot him.
The guy in the suit?
No, the kid on the ground.
He gave him the drugs.
The guy in the suit?
Yes!
Well, I think we can chalk this one up to gang violence.
Hijinks!
Okay, well, welcome back. I hope you enjoy Clay's reel. Can you tell us a little bit about your reel?
I have different scenes on my reel. Some of them is from a film called Don't Shoot, in which I'm an attorney. I love playing that role because of the confidence that one has to have in front of the jury. And so I love that role. Also, I was a dad in a film called Propeller. Enjoyed that role. It was actually a film for college, and one thing is I would encourage people to do is get involved in projects for major universities, because they really have great equipment, and so it can produce some really great material for your own reel. What else did I do on that? Did a film called Mac, in which I was an elder to a church, and see what else was on there. Mr. Speedy from A Slice of Cake, which I was kind of a crazy patient in a mental institute. So that was kind of towards the end of it. So, but I've done a lot more things since then. Have a lot of projects, and probably will come out with a new reel, hopefully sometime in 2019.
Yeah, they're a lot of work. Yeah.
Yeah, it does take a lot of work to get a reel together, but I don't do my reel. I just send the stuff to somebody that I know that this is what they do, because I think it'll come out a whole lot better if somebody that does it on a regular basis and has a professionalism as to where I would probably butcher it.
I love the laugh at the end. I was like, whoa, yeah, that's what. Let me ask what this laugh is about. So yeah, that was pretty good, good. You did a good job with that.
Thank you.
And I was, you sent me your resume, you emailed it to me last week, and it's very impressive. You have a lot of experience. And you were telling me you were lucky to be on set with the Avengers. Do you know that's the movie that made the most money in 2018?
Yeah, it was. I had ventured out, and I decided I wanted to go to Atlanta, because that's where I've heard that there's just all this opportunity in Atlanta. So I went there for 3 months just to explore and get my feet in the door there. And I found that it depends on what your goals are in the entertainment industry. If you're a part of a crew of any kind, I would encourage you to go there, because there's so much work there. But for actors, if you want to be a featured extra, if you want to be an extra, a background person on any major feature film, on a TV series, Atlanta's the place to go, because you can literally work 7 days a week as a background person. But as far as a supporting role or supporting lead role, I would encourage people to go to California, because there's not as much opportunities for those roles out of Atlanta, in my opinion. And they have, of course, opportunities in the independent market as well there. But I was blessed with, I was able to be on the film Avengers. It's actually, the scene that I'm in won't come out till 2019. I think it's the last Avengers film that's coming out.
Oh, wow.
And so I don't know how much I can share about it, but so I'll just say I was in it. Hopefully I'll be seen in it. There's 2 films that have recently been in theaters. Kevin Hart, Night School. I'm in that one. There's a short glimpse of me in there, and then Front Runner with Hugh Jackman. I'm actually in 2 scenes in that film. So it's really interesting, the level of professionalism and how big these sets are when they come to these types of films with, you know, multi-million-dollar budgets.
It's nice to be there just watching, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's a great learning experience.
Yes.
I think everybody should be in that type of environment just to learn, you know, how everything goes and the professionalism, that how you are supposed to carry yourself on set. You know, but it's just, you know, it's opportunities. You don't know what doors may open, you know, but I wouldn't change for anything in the world, because it was like I say, I got to meet some great people.
Yes, I can imagine. And they have, I've been to the studios in Atlanta. It's just beautiful. It's like their own little world, you know?
Yeah, Marvel Studios has a huge production place there. I can't remember some of the others, but it's became a huge hub for the entertainment industry. Matter of fact, I think there's more happening in Atlanta now than what's happening in California. It's became that big.
Yeah, Georgia's the new Hollywood.
Right, yeah.
And you also were in The Resident. Can you talk about that one?
Well, also in the while I was in Atlanta, there's a lot of TV series filmed there. So The Resident is filmed there. Star, which is I think is a spin-off of Empire. Star is filmed there, and both of those I was able to be on set as a background, as an extra, and again, it was just neat being, you know, able to experience those environments. And I think there was a couple others. Heaven, I think, was another TV series that I was on while I was there, and a couple of reality shows. So,
Wow, that sounds awesome.
yeah, it's neat.
Who is the most famous person that you work with? Is a really awesome guy.
There's no question about it. The coolest person that have ever been on set with is Clint Eastwood. For the filming of Sully, I'm a featured extra in the film. So if you ever watch Sully towards the end, when there's the U.S. Safety Transportation hearings, not sure if I'm saying that right, but I'm in that scene. But I was on set with Clint Eastwood, Tom Hanks, Aaron Eckhart, and I mean, it's just, you really are in awe, because Clint Eastwood is the man. I mean, he's been around forever. He's like invented the entertainment industry. He's like been in film when film was in its early stages of you know, filming being a craft. So, and one thing about on Sully, is, and I'll tell you this story real quick, is the scene, the first scene that I was supposed to be in was when the board was questioning Captain Sully and the co-pilot, and I was supposed to be on the opposite side of the table. Well, the camera shot, there was too many of us from the board, so they cut the 2 ends, which that was me. So I got cut from that shot, but I was placed into a different one. So I was out just outside where they were filming, and here comes Tom Hanks and Aaron Eckhart and about 6 other actors, and they had these really nice leather-bound scripts, and they're running through their lines, and Tom Hanks had a cup of coffee, and when they got right in front of me, and I mean, it was like I could reach out and just touch Tom Hanks, they stopped because Tom Hanks didn't remember his lines. Oh. And so he needed to hurry up and find his lines in his script, so he didn't know what to do with his coffee, and then he looked at me and he started to hand it to me, and then he realized he didn't know who I was, so he handed it to one of the other actors that he was with because he knew who they were. So, but it was neat being that close to Tom Hanks and just watching Clint Eastwood in action and everything. So, wouldn't give that up for the world, man. I'd love to see that man. You know, I'd love to have some lines in one of his films, but so that was the greatest one.
Wow, that's got to be awesome. Anything you want to tell your fans?
My fans? I didn't know I had a fan base, but I love to have a fan base. So I would just encourage everybody, though, that is in the entertainment industry, other actors or those that want to get into the acting business, is to you know, go for it, and don't let fear be a hindrance for pursuing your dream. No matter what the role is, I would encourage you to try and go for it, because fear is what hinders almost all of us from success. And failure is not failure. It's actually, you just found a way that is not the direction to go. You just keep on trying, you know. And in acting, you audition, and it's a numbers game. You do a lot of auditioning, you have a lot of no's, but the yeses are so well worth it. And also, encourage you to get into some type of training. Get involved in some type of acting class. I took some acting with Deke Anderson and Next Level Acting, and he has 2 locations in the Houston area. Also, I took some acting classes with Charnel Brown Acting School. But one thing, once you get involved in an acting school, once you start getting complacent and you're not feeling like you're challenged, it's time to switch. Because you always want to be challenged with your craft so that you better yourself, and just always be practicing your craft. You know, network, go to get-togethers for those that are in the entertainment industry, and just keep on keeping on, because it's worth it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming. It was great seeing you again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's
been
so
wanting to be on your show for a while. I've seen it, and several colleagues that I know have been on your show. So
yes, we actually have a waiting line. So I'm so excited to
I've been waiting a year.
I'm excited to meet everybody that comes. It's awesome. But thank you for coming.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much.
And we'll see you next time.